That cringeworthy noise that your slide out makes when you first put it out camping is not just annoying, although it is, but it's also a sign that there might be something more going on, like rubber seals that are bad or silica dust that's on the slide out that could be damaging things. So today we're going to talk about how to maintain your slide so that it works perfectly every time. The first thing we're going to talk about is the sidewall of your slide out. And it may look clean, but it's not. So the first thing is we need to have a clean slide out wall. So the way we're going to do that is just by using a mild glass cleaner. And we'll get all that grime off of the sidewall. Now that we have a clean sidewall, we're going to inspect this particular slide out is called a Schwintek slide, and you can tell because it's got this gear looking thing right here called a rack. And so first we're going to inspect the rack of this Schwintek system. You can see that there's some dust and debris. We want to make sure that that is clean and clean and dry so that dust doesn't continue to stick to it. A lot of times people will try to spray that with the WD-40 or some sort of oil, but oil never dries, which means it's collecting all that dust and grime, and it'll just start to build up and be worse. So we want to make sure it's clean and dry. So once we've got this rack clean, we want to do an inspection on it. And each of these little teeth runs across a gear that's in the sidewall. So we want to inspect these teeth on this rack to make sure there's not any abnormal wear or any chunks missing or anything like that. This one looks pretty good. There are some black marks from the gear, but that's totally normal. So as long as it looks like this with no metal flakes or anything like that falling off, then you're good to go. All right, so once our mechanical portions are clean, we want to start looking at the seals. So this rubber seal right here is the only thing keeping air from going into the trailer, and that includes dust and heat. So this is a really important part of the slide out. So we want to do an inspection on that, make sure it's touching the wall, that you have consistent pressure all the way along the slide. And then also remember, this is a rubber product, so in the sun it can dry and crack and become brittle. And so we want to use a rubber seal conditioner. And to do that, all you do is quickly spray, and then you can wipe that off. Now remember, we talked about not having oils on the sidewalls to attract dust. So we want to make sure that's also dry. So now that that's clean and dry, we've done everything we can do for our slide out seal. Now we're going to talk about the sidewall. So on the sidewall, we want to use something that's going to lubricate this sidewall, but not something that's going to be oily. So silicone lubricants are really good for that because they go on as a liquid, but then they dry quickly and they aren't going to attract any kind of dust. So we'll spray that and then wipe it down. Okay, and now once you've done that, you should be able to take your hand and slide it across this wall and not feel any grit, and it should be really pretty slippery. And so once that's the case, then your slide out will pass in and out of your slide seals a lot easier, and you won't get that catching that you get a lot of times when you have a dirty sidewall. So that wraps up our Schwintek system. There is another system out there called a slim rack system, and it's very similar. It'll have these teeth, but it's in a much thinner piece of aluminum. The maintenance on the slim rack system is very similar to the Schwintek, so we're not going to go over that, but we are going to go check out a cable system and talk about the different maintenance points on that. All right, so we're standing outside of a cable-driven slide out. You can tell because it's got two cables, one high, one low, and these cables are what pulls the slide in and out. The maintenance on the exterior of this is just like the other one we talked about. We want to make sure this area is extremely clean, coat it with that silicone lubricant so it's also very slippery, and then also maintain the rubber seal. One thing I want to point out, these cables should be pretty tight. So this cable is not. And so if you have a loose cable, that might be an indication that it's time to bring it to a servicing dealer to take a look at it. The rest of the maintenance is on the inside of this, so we're gonna go ahead and go inside and we'll take a look at it. All right, so now we're on the inside. All of the controls and the hardware for this cable system are actually up behind the slide fascia. So we're gonna bring the slide out in just a little bit. All right, so up above the slide out is all the mechanical hardware for this slide. You can see the cables all go onto these blocks, which are attached by chains to the slide motor. And the motor is going to control which direction, basically which cables get tension and which ones are going to be slacked to allow it to go in and out. Inside this pillar, which is hard to see, but there's pulleys that route the cables in a specific way to allow that to function. What you want to make sure of if you have this type of slide system is that the cabling routes around the pulleys, and we'll show a close-up of that, routes around the pulleys correctly, that these different cables are tensioned the same, and then if you do hear any screeching or scratching as the slide out's going in and out, you might want to look at the pulleys, and you can lubricate each of the pulleys to help with that noise and to let things run a little smoother. Something to keep in mind on these cable systems, this is not a beginner maintenance item. These can get a little complicated, and so if you're uncomfortable with any of this, make sure to take your trailer to the servicing dealer, and pretty much any competent dealer can maintain your slide, so it'll give you years of use. That wraps up our cable slide system. Now on to the next. Here we are at another slide system. There's no cables and no rack, like the Schwintek or the Slim Rack. So can you guess what kind of slide out this is? All right, so on this one, we're dealing with a rack and pinion system. So the rack and pinion system, everything is actually underneath the slide. So we're gonna take a look at that right now. All right, so here we are underneath a rack and pinion system. And there's some basic components. This rod is actually an actuator. This particular system is electric, but you can also have hydraulic actuators that do the same thing for this rack and pinion system. This is a rack, and it's attached to a gear up here, and then a sinking rod that goes across to the gear of that other rack over there. And what that does is that keeps the slide out going out and back in evenly, rather than having one side lead or lag like on some of the other systems. On this actuator, we want to make sure it's clean and doesn't have too much dust buildup. It will get a little bit, and you do need to keep this greased lightly. So an occasional inspection to make sure it hasn't picked up too much dirt is recommended. On the rack, we're going to look for abnormal wear, and then if we were having issues, you could definitely lubricate these bearings on the sinking rod. And yeah, other than that, that's the basics for the rack and pinion system. All of the outside stuff that we've talked about on the other systems also applies. You do want to make sure that the sidewalls are clean and lubricated with that silicone. That wraps up our slide out systems. If you do have any other questions, feel free to leave those in the comments. We'd be happy to make some other videos answering those. Obviously, we can't cover everything in a short video, but these principles that we've talked about really do apply to almost every slide out system. And so, yeah, we're happy to help. Please like and subscribe if you found this video to be helpful. I'm Andrew Brown with Motor Sportsland, and we'll talk to you in the next video.